I didn't come here to talk about forgiving someone else. I came to tell you about a time I was the one who needed forgiveness. Um, and it exposed something in me I didn't want to see. Um, and to be honest, this has happened several times, but I need to address it. We love sermons about forgiveness when we're the victims. But what about when you're the one who crossed the line? When I'm the one that crossed the line? When your words go too far? When your anger takes over? When someone looks at you and says, and you call yourself a Christian, they might not say it out loud, but they're thinking of it. I'm sure there's some people at my church that look at me and say, "You call yourself a Christian?" Because I hang out at church. I hang out with the seniors because to me they're the wisest and so forth. But I've had a couple people unfriend and block me on Facebook because of some of the things I post. But anyways, that's I'm going off topic here. Um, a couple days ago, I got into an argument on Facebook with a Facebook friend of mine. Most of our conversations are debates or arguments. Uh, and a couple days ago, we got into a typical argument and debate. He's a liberal, I'm a conservative, and so forth. So you can imagine what our debates are like. And it's sort of like a typical debate, politics, opinions, frustration. He kept saying things that annoyed me, and my frustrations just kept growing and growing, building and building. I mean, I was already in a bad mood. I really shouldn't have been debating in that time. I probably should have stopped debating altogether, but that's a different topic, of course. Um, but instead of responding like a man of God, I responded like an idiot, right? I went off on insults, anger, disrespect, cussing, just trying to tear him down. I had no grace, no restraint, no Christ in it at all. And you know what he said back to me? What the first thing he said? And you call yourself a Christian? And he's an atheist. Okay. Um, and the fact that an atheist said that to me, and they were right. It's it hit. You know, he's an atheist and knows about what being Christ-like is supposed to be. I wasn't representing Christ in that moment. Instead, I was representing my ego, my pride, my anger. That was a big thing, the anger. Uh, so let's look at some scripture here. In James 1, chapter 1, verse 19 through 21, Jesus says, "My dear brothers and sisters, take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry, because human anger does not produce the righteousness that God desires. Therefore, get rid of all moral filth and the evil that is so prevalent, and humbly accept the word planted in you, which can save you." That's exactly what that was. I was quick to speak, quick to anger, and nowhere near righteousness. I expect God to forgive me when I mess up. I expect grace when I fail. But in that moment, I gave none of that. No patience, no understanding, no love. In Matthew 7, verses 1 through 5, Jesus says, "Do not judge, or you too will be judged. For in the same way you judge others, you will be judged. Why do you look at the speck of sawdust in your brother's eye, and pay no attention to the plank in your own eye? First, take the plank out of your own eye, and then you will see clearly to remove the speck from your brother's eye." I was so focused on proving him wrong, I didn't even see what was wrong in me. Okay. You can be 100% right in your argument but still be 100% wrong in your spirit. Truth without love is just noise. I think that's a big thing that's going on in this country. Again, I don't want to get into politics, but as I said, truth without love is just noise. After that conversation, I had two options: justify myself or be convicted. Well, he started it. He is so annoying. He deserved it. I need to tell him to F off. You know, or God, check me. We need to put God first in everything. And that's why a lot of people fail, right? In Colossians chapter 3, verse 12 through 14, uh, therefore, as it says, therefore, as God's chosen people, holy and dearly loved, clothe yourself with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. Bear with each other and forgive one another. Forgive as the Lord forgave you. And over all these virtues, put on love, which binds them all together in perfect unity. That's the standard. Not just forgiveness, but compassion, humility, patience. That's what I was missing. That moment showed me something real. I don't just need to forgive people. I need to become someone who reflects Christ, even when I'm triggered. Because I've been forgiven a lot. So here's a real question. Why do you need to forgive? But also, who do you need to apologize to? When was the last time you apologized to someone? I'm not talking about, bumping into someone on accident at Walmart or whatnot, or, almost cutting someone off on accident when you're driving. But I'm talking about something major. You betray a friend or whatnot, or you know what I mean. I can go through several examples, but uh, but because sometimes the breakthrough starts with three words: I was wrong. God, make me quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to anger. Give me the humility to my own failures and the grace to forgive others like you forgave me. Forgiveness isn't just something you preach, it's something you practice. Right. Thanks for listening. And I hope you hit that subscribe and like button and make some comments. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Comment on the message or whatnot. But I hope you watch the next episode.